Today we're going to have a look at Excel from the Microsoft Office Suite 2010. If we go down to our Start button, and we'll see that it is right here on the Start menu, Microsoft Excel 2010. We'll open it up, and when we make it full page, we can see that it's a grid-like structure. So let's run through what happens up here. The top here is called the ribbon, as in Word or as in PowerPoint. The ribbon is very similar. Controlled by tabs, which change the ribbon for each particular item on the tab. So for the last one here is Home. That's our Home ribbon. It allows us to control the text that we put in the document, the formatting that we put in there, and various other aspects of that formatting and how the spreadsheet looks. We can also have a few tools here on the side, such as filtering, finding, and adding simply. The next is the insert, and on the insert we can put in pictures, charts, smat at, lines, columns, and hyperlinks, text, headers, footers. Can be useful. And we can look at pivot tables, which are data tables that can hinge on one particular item of data. And we can go to page layout. And here is how our spreadsheet is going to look. We can have our margins. We can change our orientation to between landscape and portrait. In Excel, that's quite important, much more so than in Word. In Word, you would probably go to landscape to make flyers and brochures and things like that. In Excel, the reverse may be true because it depends on the amount of columns that you want to be able to go across the page. Sometimes you can fit them onto a normal page, but many times you're going to want to change the orientation. Print area, this is a useful tool because we don't have to print out the entire spreadsheet. Actually, a spreadsheet is very large when you look at it. So the print area allows you to select which area you're going to print and then print out that particular area. You can change the background. This is a page layout, so you can change the background. You can put in images. You can create grid lines and headings. In fact, if you don't want the grid lines to appear at all, you don't have to have them to appear at all. The grid lines will not appear in print, but you have to select that to print. Formulas. You can create a slew of formulas in Excel that cover financial accounting, normal day-to-day, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. You can have trigonometric functions, all kinds of functions that are really, really useful. We'll go into those in a little while. Data. You can bring in data from an Access database or from the web or from other sources. Or from existing links on your Microsoft Excel. Here's something you can try. Click on Existing Connections. It brings up a dialog box, and you've got the MSN Money Central Investor currency rates. If we click on that and click Open, it's going to ask us where we want to put those rates, and it's assuming that we want to put them into A1, and it highlights it up there in the top. Click on that. Give it a half a second. If you've got depending on your internet connection, because that's an internet connection, and there you go. You can have all of your exchange rates for all of the currencies that you could possibly imagine. Up to date. Let's get rid of that for now. So that's data under existing connections. You can try that and have some fun with it. Review allows you to be able to look at a table and then suggest changes to be able to track them. You can track your changes here and pass it on to a coworker with the changes highlighted and anything you deleted still there but with a line through it. You can share your workbook with other people on the network. You can protect your workbook so people can't get in there and fiddle around with it. They can view it, but they can't get in there. And then the view is how you want to have a look at it. If you want to see grid lines or if you don't want to see grid lines, if you don't want to see the formula bar, you can click that one off too. So all of these are tools, and you can fiddle around with these and have a look at them. and just sort of get a feel for what's going on here before you actually move into anything else. And then lastly, we go to File. File is where you can actually begin. You can save as, and then we can open an existing spreadsheet, or we can create a new one. So let's create a new one. There are lots of templates in Excel. You can create a form. If you've got a business, you can create forms and you can create expense reports that are set up as templates. And once you've set them up, you can use them again and again. We're going to go to a blank workbook and click on Create. And there's our blank workbook. And that's where we start building an Excel spreadsheet. Thank you.